It should be recording now.
Okay. Ooh, it's a good picture.
All right, so we're going to show a video, and then we're going to start kind of going over some of the policies and procedures for the check-in system.
Is there anyone who doesn't have a copy of the agenda? We just want you to be able to follow along and to take notes. Here's one, Ms. Sherry, that needs one. Anybody else? All right. So Christian, he's gonna show a video for us.
I hope so.
Or maybe we'll have another technical difficulty.
Beautiful picture.
Here at First Baptist security of the children in our building.
Go back to the set, yeah. The two, yeah. Go ahead.
Safety and security of the children in our building and under our care is of the highest importance. We also know that your time is precious, and once you enter our doors, we want things to go as smoothly and conveniently as possible. To that end, we're implementing a new system that will hopefully be much more reliable and easy to use, as well as some of its features make a more safe and secure environment for your children. The first thing you'll notice is that our new system has a keypad as opposed to a keyboard. That's because our new system uses the last 4 digits of your phone number. This can be any phone number, mobile or home phone, or either spouse. Simply press in the last 4 digits and press search. Now, if it happened to show up more than one family, it would give you the option, you would see multiple families, but you would select your family. We're already on the family household screen, and so we can notice that the gray check mark means that the boy in this family has already been assigned a class and is ready to be checked in. It says check in one person here. But let's say that our girl was with us as well. We would simply tap the check mark beside her name. We would select the class. We would select the hours on a Sunday morning if we need to. We can say Sunday school at 11 o'clock a.m. And then we would do prepare check-in. Now you see that both boy and girl have check marks beside their name. Now both boy and girl are ready to be checked in for this Sunday morning. Now you notice that our gray button now says check in 2 people. And your children are ready to be checked in and have their security labels printed. Once we press check in, your security labels will print out all together at the same time. Now you have everything you need. We have 3 labels. We have 3 labels, one for the boy, one for the girl, and one for you as a parent. Notice the parent tag has a dotted line. This is for an easy tag team solution so that you can rip it in half, give your spouse the other, and you can tag team pick up at the end of the day. Notice the security tags are much more bold, and there's one security code per family. My hope is that our security check-in system will not be an obstacle to you when you come to FBC, but rather it will provide you a reliable, easy-to-use check-in system that will give you peace of mind that your children are well cared for here at FBC. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me and let me know.
Go ahead and show the mobile pass as well, if you would, please.
I think they're gonna do another one.
If you have it ready. If you don't, we can show it later.
Getting out the door with your kids can be difficult. I mean, it's at least always an adventure. But luckily, Planning Center Check-ins has you covered. Oh, well, we can't get you there any earlier, but we can make checking in that much quicker and easier. Watch this. Want to see it again? Okay, once you're within a half mile from church, this mobile pass will pop up on your phone. And once you get to the check-in counter, all you have to do is swipe and scan. Your whole household will pop up, and you can check everyone in with just the push of a button. Well, the mobile pass is super easy to get too. All you need to do is let someone working the check-in counter know that you would like a mobile pass. It will be sent to you via email. Just add it to your wallet on iOS or a Passbook-supported app if you're on Android.
Okay, make me smaller.
So, it's exciting, right?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, I don't look excited. But it is exciting. Pastor Rodney has been very gracious to allow us to bring in the system to the church in order to help you all get to service faster. That's really why we're doing this, is in order to help you to check in your children quickly, to make it safer for them, to make it more secure for all of us, because that is very important to us. So wanted to tell you a couple of things about expectations that we have for the parents as you all are bringing your children to the children's ministry in order for us to serve you. First of all, know that you don't have to be a parent, but you must be 18 years old in order to check in a child. So anyone who is bringing a child to our children's ministry, whether it's your child or not, if it's a neighbor that you bring occasionally, that child needs to be entered today. That child needs to be entered today. Today we're doing a mass upload of all children that will be checked into the children's ministry at any time. If you don't do it today, then that means you'll have to stop by the check-in counter in order for a person to enter you manually. That'll take about 5 minutes per household. So if you do it today, then you won't have to be in the line with the other people that have 5 minutes of time that they have to wait before they go to service. And we would like to prevent that. We want to make it as smooth as possible. So please make sure that you include any people that may be checking your children into the children's ministry. It's my understanding it allows you 2 people to put into your registration that you do online. And then if you want to add additional people, we can do that for you later. So put the 2 primary people that usually check in your child. And then later, if you want to add additional people, we'll be happy to do that. I would wait to do that after this first initial installation of the process. The people that, well, grandma might come and she might, I would wait and hold grandma until later, just because I have the feeling that these first couple weeks are going to be rather busy. And so I don't want you to be in line unnecessarily. Now, if grandma's going to be coming soon and you want her to check it out, then that would be a good idea. When you register your child, be sure there's a special notes section. That's the area where you'll indicate anything that we need to know about your child that we might not already know that is relevant to their being here in the children's ministry. If they have any learning specialties that we need to know, please let us know about that. If there are any legal issues in your family that we need to be aware of, then please let us know about that. If there are any health issues, allergies, etc., that's the opportunity to put that information in there. I would say that you should put personal things, but not private things in that space. And the reason for that is that whatever you put in that box is going to be printed on your child's badge. Okay? So we can always amend it later. So if someone puts something and we say, that's a little too much information, we can amend it later. But we're asking you at this time to at least make us aware of it, so that and I wanted you to know that it is going to be on their name label, so you can discern what's appropriate and what's not appropriate to put it on there.
So it's very important that if there's like a restriction, like saying mother only should pick up child, that there's some kind of custody kind of concern or issue, we need to that should be on there. We need to know that, so that if father comes or whoever comes and they're not supposed to, that there's no confusion. So those kind of things, be sure to tell us. I wanted to just to be clear, kind of walk you through the process to highlight some of the differences between the way you check them in today and the way you're going to check them in next Sunday, right? So that we can all be on the same page. So you all know, like today, when you checked in your child, you went to the classroom and you filled out that little paper roster at the classroom and you put on the armband, right? You're all clear on that? Mm-hmm. Next Sunday, you won't go to the classroom. You're going to go to one of these. Initially. You will eventually get there. But you're going to go to the iPad kiosk, and you're going to put in the last 4 digits of your phone number, or if you're using the mobile pass on your smartphone, there's a place where you can scan that QR code, and so either way, it will bring up your family. And then if you have multiple children, it will list all your children. Let's say you have 3 kids, but maybe only 2 of them, one of them is sick, so one of them is at home. So you can just click on whichever kids you want to sign in. And then that happens right here at the kiosk. And then once you click OK, it's going to spit out the printer is going to spit out the badges. So the children will get a badge, and the way you know the difference between the children's badge and your security badge is that the children's badges have their names on it, right? So the children's badge has their name on it, and the parent's badge just has a number on it. And the reason why that is because that's for security, right? So we don't want somebody else to be able to, if you drop your security badge, we don't want somebody else to say, hey, this is Johnny's badge, I can go take Johnny now. Because the way it works is that in order to pick up your child, you're going to take that security badge to the classroom, and the teacher is going to match the number on your badge with the number on Johnny's badge, and then the teacher is going to release the child to you. So the first difference is that before you go to the classroom, you go to the kiosk, you sign in, and then it prints out your badge.
Badges.
Your badges, however many you have. And then then you take the child's badge that has their name on it, and if they're on that first hall, if they're 4 or under, then you put the child's badge on his back.
Why do y'all think we do that?
So they'll leave it alone. If they're kindergarten or older, then you put it on their front, right? So you do that before you get to the classroom, and then you take the security badge and you put it in your pocket because you don't want to lose the security badge. And then so once you get to the classroom, the baby, if you have a 2-year-old or younger, it's going to ask you how many bags you have. So if you have like a diaper bag, I'm a man, y'all. So if you have it's going to ask you how many bags. So you can put a label on the diaper bag. You can put a label on the bottle, so that there won't be no confusion that is Mary's bottle, right? We don't want Victoria drinking from Mary's bottle, right? That's not good. So that's why we're gonna have labels for each bottle and for each diaper bag, and for the child, obviously.
So you get 3. You get one that has the baby. They all be the same, so it doesn't matter which one you put on. So baby on the back of baby, on baby bottle, on baby bag, and then the security label for you to put in your pocket. You don't have to wear it. You may, but you don't have to.
Right. So again, just remember that the badge that's for the parent is the one that doesn't have the child's name on it. That's the one that the parents are supposed to keep. So once you get to the classroom, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is to drop them off. But you still have to take the child to the classroom. You can't just go to the kiosk, put the label on, and say, Johnny, go ahead and go to your classroom. No.
Y'all laughing, but y'all do that all the time.
So the kids, the teachers have been instructed not to let the children come into the classroom unless they put eyes on the parents. The teachers have been instructed not to let the teachers into the classroom.
No.
Kids.
Not to let the kids into the classroom unless they see the parent.
Why is that, Pastor Ted? Why don't y'all ask? Why is that, Pastor Ted?
Why is that, Pastor Ted?
So the reason why that is because one, security. We can't have children. Although Johnny is always obedient to y'all at home, Johnny may not always be obedient to you here. Johnny may go running around, and we don't want children getting lost somewhere and y'all thinking that we have care over them when we haven't seen Johnny, right? In fact, I will just tell y'all, that happened today, where we had a child that, before they got checked into the classroom, went missing. And you know, I'm joking around, but that's a serious thing.
Yeah.
So we don't want that to happen. So please take your child to the classroom.
Your children are your responsibility until you check them into your child's class. Until the teacher accepts that responsibility, which means that they come into the classroom, they are your responsibility. So that's the other reason. Another reason why we're asking you to walk them to the classroom is because you all know that oftentimes, based on who shows up, we might have a classroom that has to be closed. So if you tell your child to go to the second grade classroom and there's not a second grade teacher, and we put your child in the third, fourth overflow instead, which is on a totally different hall, you don't know where to pick your child up. So that's the other reason why you need to walk your child to the class, so that you know where your child is. It's extremely important that you please comply with that. You will be very tempted when you're in a hurry to put those labels on and tell your fifth grader to just go to class. And then we'll put your number up and ask you to come back. Okay? So please let's start, show us that you are willing to submit to the authority that's over you. And
Preach, Pastor.
and I put there's all kinds of sugar on that I'm kind of too tired to give right now, but there's sugar on that. I want them to be safe, and I want if one person starts doing it, then we get a domino effect, and then we have chaos, and God is a God of order. Amen?
Amen.
All right, so the other thing that is going to be different is when you checking out the children, right? So now you have to go, there's a paper roster there, and you put your initials on the roster and compare armbands, right? So now you won't do that. You will present your security badge, which you put in your pocket. You will present that security badge to the teacher, and then the teacher will match the number that's on the security badge with the number that's on the child's name badge, and then they will bring the child to you. Now just note that the security badge, that the number that is on the badge will be different every week. So it won't be that your number is JA345, and that's just your number. That's your number for the day, but next week you'll get a totally different badge and totally different number. It's a randomly generated number every time. The other thing that we wanted to point out is when you get to the security, when you're at the kiosk, these are Apple iPads, and you guys know the iPads are expensive, and you know, we were blessed that the church was able to, you know, buy 4 new iPads for us. But the church doesn't want to buy 4 new iPads every 6 weeks for us, right? And so that's why they put it in this case, and that's why we are asking you all that the adult be the one that messes with the iPad and not have the children playing with this. Because you all know the children like to play with iPads. This is, in the legal terms, this is what's called an attractive nuisance. Right? And so we are asking that the adults be the ones to do the sign-in because we want this to last as long. We want to be good stewards of the church's money, and we want those iPads to last as long as we can. And Tiffany and I don't want to get fired. So please do that.
I also wanted to add, I hope you may not have noticed in the video, even though they did say it, that one advantage of this system is that for those of you that may be coming and here for 2 services, you can check your child into 2 services at once. So you don't have to sign into the, right now, you have to sign 2 sheets, you have to go and come back. You don't have to do that this way. Keep the child's badge on, keep your little security labels, and they can be used both times. But what you do have to do is you have to check your child out. You have to take that child from second service, from that teacher, assume responsibility for them again, wait for the teachers to come out of teacher prayer, and then give them back to the third service teacher. You can't go and hang out in the cafe in between services because we don't have people to watch your children in that transition. And that second service teacher, for example, may be trying to go to third service themselves. So it's very important that you come quickly to get your children if you're staying for 2 services.
All right, so we wanted you all to know sort of the instructions that we give to the teachers, because what the teachers have been told is that if there's any deviation that needs, and what we call an exception, that either me or Tiffany are the only ones who are